Hola amigos, welcome back to my channel. So I've been reacting to a lot of Bathurst content lately, and there's a name that always pops up in the comments, and that name is Peter Brock. People comment, RIP Peter Brock, absolute legend, this type of comments, and it made me really curious to know who Peter Brock is. And I found this video called Peter Brock Bathurst 1979 last lap in the A9X. 1970. That actually makes me curious about how long the Bathurst race has been going for. So let me ask the boss real quick, and by the boss I mean ChatGPT, of course. For how long has the Bathurst race existed? Let's see. Hey daddy. Okay, this is a little embarrassing. I make ChatGPT call me daddy. Hey daddy, the Bathurst race has a long and legendary history. The Bathurst 1000 as we know it today has existed since 1963. Okay, so around 60 something years, yeah, making it over 60 years old. It started as the Armstrong 500 at Phillip Island in 1960, but moved to Mount Panorama in Bathurst in 1963 due to track damage. So while the event itself dates back to 1960, Bathurst's iconic role began in 1963, and it's been Australia's most famous touring car race ever since. Let me know if you want a quick history of winners, rivalries, or crashes too. Well, while we're at it, let's ask about Peter Brock. So let's say, who is Peter Brock? It's searching the web. Here's a look at Peter Geoffrey Brock, also affectionately known as Peter Perfect, the King of the Mountain, or simply Brocky, one of Australia's greatest ever racing legends. Who was Peter Brock? Born on 26th of February 1945 in Richmond, Victoria, Australia, and died on 8th of September 2006 in a tragic crash during the Targa West Rally in Western Australia. Okay, that's pretty sad. He rose to fame through touring car racing, most notably with the Holden dealer team, becoming the public face of Holden for nearly 40 years. Career highlights, Bathurst 1000, he won the epic Mount Panorama endurance race 9 times between 1972 and 1987, a record no one else has matched. Okay, I can see why he's an absolute legend. Brock retired from full-time racing in 1997, but made occasional returns, including to Bathurst in 2002 and a legendary win at the 2003 Bathurst 24 hours race. Okay, so he was retired and made a comeback, and he still won. Why he's still a legend? Unparalleled Bathurst dominance with 9 wins, multiple pole positions, and a signature 6-lap victory in 1979. Okay, I think that's the video we're about to watch. The video is called Peter Brock Bathurst 1979 last lap in the A9X. A deeply beloved national icon with lasting influence on motorsport culture in Australia. Okay, that makes me even more excited to watch this. It seems like this is the last lap of that legendary race that the boss ChatGPT just mentioned. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's just see what this lap has for us today. Let's go.
2 laps to go for Peter Brock and for the race, and Brock just went round in 2:24. Hot on the pace, just as he was at the start of the race.
If the car is feeling good, I would think that Peter Brock, I might be wrong, but last year, if you recall, he tried to put a blinder in the final lap, just to prove that his car, his factory car, was running the sweet.
But of course, this was almost 50 years ago, right? So you can tell the difference from the recent videos I've watched of the cars that they were using and this one here right now.
At the completion of the race as it was in the opening lap.
Not only has he run him into the ground,
the track looks exactly the same though.
Yes. I think he'll be quite happy just the same to step from the car, probably have a cup of tea and retire to the presentation area. There he is over the top of the mountain, absolutely impeccable. Don't see Peter Brock putting any wheel over the white line into the dirt.
He's clean with it. Look at that.
Spot on. Over the top.
Look at that. Whoa.
Overlapping the Volvo again. Listen to the crowd. They're already warming to the last lap. He has 1.5 laps to go. And staring his 4th Hardy Ferodo Bathurst win in the face. Over the top. Now down to the wide open spaces of Breville Conrod Straight. One can only guess at what is running through the mind of not only Peter Brock at this stage, of his team manager John Shepherd, who remains absolutely cool under all circumstances. Crews already starting to line the pit area to cheer on Peter Brock, to salute him. What else can you do? Every card that they have played has fitted. It's spot on. Here he comes, 05. It was the story in 1978. It is the same story in 1975. The 1 lap to go flag will come out. The signal has been given to Peter Brock. And there you can see on the right the crowd in the pit road signalling this great driver. Ranks probably as, well, right in there alongside Alan Moffat as one of the great touring car drivers in Australia. The record is on the board, as they like to say, going up Avco Mountain Straight now for the final time. Not allowed to snap in concentration because he still has 3/4 of a lap to complete. Here he comes.
Just passing everyone, he gets nothing.
Dealer team led by John Shepherd, and of course this car driven by Peter Brock and Jim Richards, not headed at any stage of the event.
Just overlapping there the 10th place car, the Donald Bell Alfetta, up to the cutting once again. And wait for the reaction of spectators, the thousands upon thousands of them up the top part of the circuit who will be down near the fences. You'll be able to hear their cheers as Peter Brock, 05 for the Marlborough Holden dealer team, comes across the mountain. The man who has conquered the mountain 3 times and staring a 4th in the face. Here he comes. Listen to the applause, the accolades for a man among men when it comes to race car drivers. Still tidy. Picks up the inside rear wheel that time. Peter Brock is trying hard in this last lap. It'll be known as not only the race which this car led every lap of the race, it'll be interesting to check his final lap time. We have a timer on him. Conrod straight away. There you can see Bathurst in the background. Peter Brock wants to see one thing and one thing only, the checkered flag for his 4th Bathurst Hardy Frodo 1000 win. And here he comes down Breville Conrod Straight for the final time. No traffic to worry him. He's in good shape. It's been a long race, a race that this car has led every lap of. Down into the braking area, back through the gears. Listen to the crowd warming up. A checkered flag unfolds, a page in history as Peter Brock and the Marlborough Holden dealer team comes across to take that checkered flag for the Peter Brock. And you'll probably find that his lap time will read somewhere in the 2:21
point something.
He's done it. What a season for this incredibly talented driver. The man who only a month ago went round Australia in the Repco reliability trial, led the 1-2-3 finish for Commodore. He's just picked up another Hardy Ferodo Classic, another 1,000-kilometre sprint. He made it look like a Sunday afternoon drive.
You made it look like a Sunday afternoon drive. Jesus Christ, that was fun to watch. Yeah, now I can understand why people keep commenting about Peter Brock in the comments. Yeah, already the boss ChatGPT told us he's an absolute legend, and this was, like I said, really fun to watch. And when you know how steep this track is, it just makes it so much that much more impressive. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that is it for today's video. As usual, if there's anything you'd like me to react to next, please put it down in the comments down below. Without any further ado, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.